Okay, guys. We're missing our juniors today. Hope you guys had fun. Okay, they say hi.
Hello.
All right, so remainder theorem is what we're doing today. So this is going to be a really easy way for you guys to figure out if stuff is factors of other stuff. Like yesterday when we were doing dividing, how did you know it was a factor?
I just knew.
No. How did you know that what you were dividing was a factor?
No.
Yeah, your remainder was 0, right? Okay. So this is a quick way to find out what your remainder is going to be, okay? So if you're dividing a polynomial by x minus a, then the remainder is just p of a, okay? So I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now, but we're going to do it. Okay, so we've been given this polynomial, right? X to the 5th minus 2x cubed minus x squared plus 2. And they want to know if x minus 3 is a factor, right? So what you could do is use synthetic division and find out if your remainder is 0. But an easier way is to say, okay, x minus 3 equals 0, so x equals 3. And then all we're going to do is plug 3 into our polynomial, because that'll tell us what the remainder is. Okay? So you're going to say 3 to the 5th minus 2 times 3 to the 3rd minus 3 squared plus 2. Okay, so all I would do is put that in my calculator so I don't mess it up, because I probably would. So 3 to the 5th minus 2 times 3 to the 3rd. Whoops. Minus 3 squared plus 2. All right. So did y'all get 182? Put it in. Okay. So 182 is your remainder, right? So that means if you had done synthetic division with this, you would have gotten 182 as your remainder. So then you can go ahead and tell me what? It's not a factor, right? Good. So x minus 3 is not a factor. Okay, so that's just a shortcut to figure out if something is a factor or not. It's called the remainder theorem. Okay?
So
All right.
Plug
Mm-hmm.
in 3.
Yeah, so whatever you would normally be dividing
Oh,
by,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
x minus
okay.
3, set that equal to 0, so x equals 3,
Yeah, and then
right?
plug it in
And then
there,
just
all that.
plug it in. Yep,
If it's a remainder, so if it equals 0, then it would be a factor.
that's right. Then you could say x minus 3 is a factor of the polynomial. Yep, okay. All right, so try this one on your own, real quick. See if you can find out if it's a factor or not. It's not a race.
It's a race.
It is not a race.
I will win.
You don't have trail mix today. You have a goldfish.
Here it is, trail mix.
Oh, you ate all the chocolate out of it, right?
No, I eat it all at once because I'm not weird like that.
Chocolate with obstacles.
Chocolate with obstacles.
Dang it, I'm not gonna win.
Oh, I didn't do that. So you don't know.
Will you
That's
win?
why you shouldn't go fast.
No, I must win.
Don't
Not
spoil
good,
the
yeah.
end.
You already know.
Whoa. Is this supposed
Okay.
to be a really big number?
Yeah, it's supposed to be huge. Yeah,
I was like, this is really awkward.
yeah. It is
This
awkward.
is really awkward.
I get it.
This remainder is really awkward.
One
What'd you get?
Jeez.
Thank you, Josh.
Me?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Good job.
I'm proud of you. Is that
All right, so you're supposed to plug in 4, right? So 4 to the 5th minus 3 times 4 to the 4th minus 28 times 4 to the 3rd plus 5 times 4 plus 20. What does that give you, Jared?
Negative 1,496.
Yep, so that's your remainder, right?
So that means it's not
C.
factor.
Good. Okay, so that means that this is not a factor either, right? X minus 4 is not a factor. Okay, here's a little bit of pre-calc for your day. The rational zeros theorem.
a little entree for me?
Yeah, a little appetizer for next year. All right, rational zeros theorem tells you how to find all your potential zeros of a polynomial. So it won't tell you exactly what they are, but it'll tell you which ones could be. Okay?
Why?
Why? Because when they steal the calculator away from you next year, you need to be able to find them without the calculator.
Why don't you just find the actual zeros and not make
Because the actual zeros will be one of the potential zeros.
Then why do I need some extra potential zeros that aren't actually zeros?
Because you're not going to have a calculator next year to tell you exactly what the actual zeros are.
Okay.
They're not old men. Okay.
There might be an old woman in there somewhere.
There's probably an old woman in there somewhere. Okay, so for a polynomial, the potential zeros exist at the factors of d over the factors of a. You can do it. Don't freak out. Yeah, and so this is your polynomial, right? Ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. So d is your last number, a is your first number. Okay, I think example 4 is really confusing and really kind of long, so we're going to do a on the U-try instead. Okay. All right. So what I want to find is all the potential zeros without my calculator. Okay? So first thing, what are all the numbers that go into 9?
3 and 3.
Okay, 3 is,
And 1 and 9.
yeah, what's the lowest one?
1.
1, right? So we're going to put plus or minus 1
Why?
Can't one go into every?
because 1 and negative 1 go into 9,
Okay,
right?
got
Okay, and then what's the next number up?
Plus or minus 3.
Plus or minus 3. And what else? Plus or minus 9. Good. So those are all the numbers that go into 9. What are all the numbers that go into 3? Plus or minus 1 and plus or minus 3. Okay, so we can create all of our factors by looking at this, okay? All of our potential zeros, okay? So your first potential zero is at 1 over 1, right? What is 1 over 1?
1.
1. Okay, so your first potential zero is at plus or minus 1. Okay? Then we're going to say, okay, 1 over 3, right? So you have a potential zero at plus or minus 1/3. Okay? All right, then we're going to move on to the 3. So 3 over 1 is 3. So we have potential zero at plus or minus 3. And then 3 over 3, right? What is 3 over 3?
Plus or minus 1.
1, which I already wrote, right? So I can leave that one alone. Okay, then 9. So plus or minus 9 over plus or minus 1 gives me plus or minus 9, right? And then 9 over 3 gives me 3, which I already wrote. Okay, so these are all my potential zeros. Positive and negative 1, positive and negative 1/3, positive and negative 3, positive and negative 9. Okay, so how would I figure out which one is an actual zero?
You plug it in.
Yes, plug them all in and find out which one gives you a remainder of
0.
0. That's right. Okay, so Jared and David, why don't y'all do plus or minus 1? Daniel and Marlon, y'all do plus or minus 1/3. Lexi and Jerry, y'all do plus or minus 3.
9.
And you two do plus or minus 9.
You too.
Woohoo! Don't get
Okay.
No, we're both doing plus or minus.
Yeah. Well, one of you might want to do positive 1 and one of you might want to do negative 1.
Plus or minus 9. So I'll do plus or minus 9.
Yes.
Plug it back into the equation.
Just put what y equals.
That we're going to do that in a minute. Yeah.
You're doing 1/3.
This is if you don't have a calculator, which you're not going to have next year. So.
Hey, so am I not doing
So am I doing plus 9 or are you doing, which one are you doing?
All right. So let me know when you get a number that gives you 0. Did you get it, Jared? What is it? 1. That's right. 1 works, right? Yeah. So if you plug 1 in, 3 times 1 cubed plus 6 times 1 squared minus 18 times 1 plus 9, it gives you 0, right? So you know that 1 is a 0.
There's no 1.
So what does that mean for the factor? How would I, if 1 is a 0, how would I write the factor? X minus 1, right? Good. So x minus 1 is a factor. Huh? Does that make sense? Because when you plugged 1 in, you got 0 as your remainder. So that means 1 is an actual 0. right? So x minus 1 is a factor, right? Because if you set this equal to 0, you get 1. All right, does that make
Do
sense?
you have to keep going?
Yes, because they want you to find all the other factors, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you know x minus 1 is a factor, what can you do to try to get the other ones? What do you think?
Why do they want so much from us?
Huh?
Nah, that's not it.
What'd you say?
Plug it
Plug it in. You already did. You plugged in one, right?
Divide.
in. Wait, what are we looking
Yes,
for?
divide, right? We can divide by x minus 1. So we're going to,
I'm never wrong.
Can we do the synthetic?
yes, divide by x minus 1 to get your other factors. Okay, so if we divide by x minus 1, then 1 is your Rapunzel number. Right, she goes in your tower.
That stuff?
Yeah, because we have to define the other factors, right?
Yeah.
You already found that x minus 1 is the factor. We got to find the other one, so we're going to divide it.
I don't understand why this works.
Why it works? Because let's say that you had a polynomial like, I'm totally making this up, okay? Let's say you had like x cubed plus 3x squared
Or you're making
plus
this
4x minus 2 or something like that,
Did you
right?
give us something that's made up?
No, I'm making up this example to explain to you why it works.
Okay.
Okay, let's say that your factors are like x minus 5 and x plus 2 and x plus 4, right? If I divide this polynomial by this factor, aren't I going to get the other two?
No, but like, how does that like Rapunzel thing work?
Oh, synthetic division? That's a good question. Somebody really smart admitted that. I'm sorry. I could look it up for you.
I'll do it later.
I figured you probably would.
Those are the factors.
All right, so we're going to drop down our 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 times 1 is 9. Negative 18 plus 9 is negative 9. Negative 9 times 1 is negative 9. And then I get 0, right? Which I knew that was going to happen because you told me that 1 was a 0, right? And when I divided by it, I would get a remainder of 0. So I know I did it right, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what's my answer then? 3x.
Cube.
This is the constant, this is the x term, this is the x squared term.
Okay.
3x squared plus 9x minus 9, right? Okay, can I factor that anymore? Are there two numbers that multiplied equal negative 27 and that equal 9?
Probably.
I don't think there are.
What was the question?
Are there two numbers that multiplied equal negative 27 and that equal 9?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Are there?
No.
I don't think so.
I mean,
So we're done.
I would just say
This is my last factor,
Okay. That's good enough.
right? So my factors of this polynomial are x minus 1 and 3x squared plus 9x minus 9. That's it. Okay?
That was
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
So what if I put the answer just
Yeah, so you would say, so I asked you two things. I asked you to find all the potential zeros, right, which is what you did here, and then divide to find all your other factors. Well, this is the other factor, right? Okay. So your factors are x minus 1, which you found by plugging 1 into your equation, right? And then we divided it out and we got the other factors.
Can we
Okay.
take like a class test and like all help each other?
teamwork.
So how are we supposed to do like plug in every single thing?
Well, I'm not going to give you problems that are going to take you very long, right? Like you would have figured this one out pretty quickly,
Yeah,
right?
just good.
Yeah. Okay, try this one on your own. See if you can do that.
I don't know.
Oh my god, I find it harder.
It's not harder.
It's always harder.
No, it's not.
Okay. Version. First step.
I've never done this.
Your potential zeros? The factors of D over the factors
Do you
of
understand
A.
how many there are? It's crazy.
There's actually not that many.
There's 6.
Yup.
2 times the amount that we had from this.
Aren't there only 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12?
1,
Yeah.
2,
That's
3,
it.
4, 6, and 12. Yeah.
You're right.
But the bottom one's only 1.
But it doesn't take very long to plug them into your calculator.
You plug in all those? Like what?
Yeah, you gotta find the one that gives you a zero.
Wait, so is the first is x
I
cubed
don't like that.
Huh?
minus 1? That's it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you'd have plus or minus 1 on the bottom, right? So you have plus or minus 12 on the top,
8.
plus or minus 1 on the bottom.
Why am I cubing 1?
Just the last thing.
I'm not sure.
Why am I cubing 1? How do I do it? Please work.
Do you have to do like plus 1 and minus 1 for 2 functions?
I just want you to find one zero that works.
I know, but like when you like
When
plug
you write
it
them out,
No, when you like plug in, like for you plug in -1 and then plug it all the way through and then positive.
But yeah, do you have to do the negative and the positive?
Yeah.
Factors.
Yeah. Well, just go until you find one that gives you a remainder of 0.
Yes, you
What are the
should.
factors of
Yes.
2?
It shouldn't take you very long.
Divided by the factors of 2. Yeah, so basically that over 1.
To give you 0? Is that what we're looking for?
Yep.
Each one of those is a separate factor.
You have to put this one.
Yeah. But, I mean, you don't.
Very sure you can double check. Oh, that was easy.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. Yeah. Winner, pretty dinner. You already know.
You can choose whichever one you want. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter. There's actually 3 different ones. But,
Even work?
yeah.
How can it work? It does.
I would just go with the one I find first. Right. So one.
But then you can still factor it.
Yes, you can. So you should keep factoring it.
So
Factor
that's
it all
not
the
an
way.
answer?
Well,
So the answer I got from my synthetic division is not the answer because you can keep factoring it.
right. So the answer you got from your synthetic division,
Oh,
you
what
can
percentage?
factor more, right? So you should.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then those two will be my answers?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's what I got to. I just put 17.
Isn't it x squared minus
Oh, no. It was merged with like
Yes.
the first one. So there was
Wait,
Good job.
what'd you say?
No, like the first
X squared minus 7x plus 12.
But
But
you
you
can-
can
Yeah, I
factor
was
that,
just trying to make it work out.
right?
But yeah, you're right.
You can factor that some more.
Maybe it's just.
Yeah. -4, -3, right?
Isn't it one?
Yeah. So x minus 4, x minus 3.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You find your
X minus 3.
Oh, no, you don't. Those are your factors. Okay, I think I got it. I don't know how to work Facebook.
Why does Alex?
Hey, my 65-year-old mother can work Facebook. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you can.
But
Okay,
like,
my mom
people are
can't control
posting
Facebook,
on my
she's only, like,
timeline.
40.
What does that mean?
Wait, what?
That means they're posting on your wall, like on your profile.
How do I
Like they're tagging.
respond to that?
You just comment.
You hit comment. I'll show you later.
Okay.
You just comment
This is-
like that.
Fascinating to me that kids your age don't know how to use Facebook.
Facebook.
I told my friend that the other day. She's the same age I am. I said, because she's teaching a college class right now. I said probably half of your students, at least, don't use Facebook. And she was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, they're not on Facebook. They're on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. But they're not on Facebook."
My
She was
old
like,
school Facebook was the thing.
"Yeah." When I was in, well, it started when I was in
It's
college.
so good for like clubs and stuff.
It is good for clubs. It's good. Like they
And,
planned
no
my
one
whole.
uses it here, so we can't do anything.
They play my whole high school reunion on Facebook. It's good. All right. So you guys got that one works, right? And then Abby, I know you got a couple other numbers that worked, right?
Yeah, I got plus or minus 3,
Uh-huh.
and then what else?
Actually, should have just been +3, right?
Yeah.
+3 works and +4 works. Right? Okay. But you probably got 1 first. So 1 cubed minus 8 times 1 squared plus 19 times 1 minus 12 gives you 0. So you know that x minus 1 is a factor. Okay, so then if you divide by 1,
50?
50 more minutes.
15 more minutes.
Are you ready to be done, Jared?
No, actually,
I'm ready for you to
I like
put on the
this class.
beats.
I hate all my other classes.
All of them.
Oh, they're horrible.
Oh, I hate first period. That's the only class I hate music.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you get x squared minus 7x plus 12, right? Okay, so this is your other factor, but this is factorable, right? What are two numbers that multiply to equal 12 and add to equal -7? Negative 3 and negative 4. So your final factors are x minus 4, x minus 3, right? Okay. All right, good. So all three of your factors are x minus 1, x minus 4, and x minus 3. Okay? All right, what questions do you guys have? You're good? Okay. All right, well, you did the hard page already, so.
Another one?
Yeah, there is another page, but it's actually really quick.
And you can use calculator.
And you can use a calculator finally.
Great.
Okay, so we're going to graph this polynomial right here. X to the 4th minus x cubed minus 10x squared minus 8x. Should look like that. Yeah. Should have 4 places it crosses the x-axis. Okay, so it crosses at negative 2, negative 1, 0, and 4, right? So what are your 4 factors then? If it crosses at negative 2, what's that factor? X plus 2, good. If it crosses at negative 1, what's that factor? X plus 1. What if it crosses at 0? X. And if it crosses at positive 4? X minus 4. Congratulations.
Wait, didn't we do this with like the curves
Wow, are
and
you
the
serious? That's
bounces and
Sort of, yeah. Now we're just going the other way, right? Yeah.
Can you, it's, cause it's hacks, man.
Yeah,
hacks?
it is hacks. Yeah, and they all went straight through, right? So they'd all have a multiplicity of 1.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
how are you going to test us and hacks with stuff we can use calculators and the other half we can't?
I don't know. I guess I'll just figure it out. Actually, Ms. Muzan's figuring that out this morning. She's writing your test right now. Yeah.
That's just
Does she teach? No, they're gonna be like a part one.
She does. She has a 4th period, yeah. Okay. All right. But what if I only told you one dimension, right? Like, what if I only told you one factor, right? So if I said, okay, you've got this box, right? And the volume, which is length times width times height, in cubic inches is this, okay? And what if I told you that, let's see, let me graph it real quick. X cubed plus 7x squared minus 38x minus 240. Whatever it wants, there it is. Okay. All right, so what if I told you that the length of it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, was x plus 8, right? The length of it was x plus 8. What could you tell me about the width and the height? What are they?
What was the question?
Okay, so you have a box, right? It has dimensions, length, width, and height,
Yes.
right? What if I told you that the length of it was x plus 8, right? What could you tell me about the width and the height?
It's not x plus 8.
No. What's this one? X plus 5, and this one's x minus 6, right? So the width and the height are x plus 5 and x minus 6,
Why?
right? Because those are the other 2 dimensions.
Why are they
Right.
zeros?
Why are they zeros?
Yeah.
Because those are your 3 factors, right? If you multiplied them all together, you'd get that original polynomial,
Okay.
right? So the answer to this one is x plus 8, x plus 5, x minus 6.
This is-
Yeah, so all it is graphing and looking at your zeros.
So if you gave us this word problem and we couldn't use our calculator, would we do?
You would do
what the rational zeros. thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would. Because you would find all the numbers that go into 240 over all the numbers that go into 1, right? You'd probably find that negative 5 goes in, right? And then you could divide out negative 5 and get these two. Yep. Okay. All right, good. Okay, last thing. This is super simple. Solution sets of 2 graphs. Okay, so if you graph 2 polynomials, right, I want you to put these both in your calculator. So y1, y2. So 3x cubed plus x squared plus 10x minus 5 and 2x minus 8. And I think you can use a normal window for this. Why does it graph what?
So slow.
So slow? I don't know, because it's having to go down from really far. Okay, so if you sketch this real quick, just on your notes. If I ask you to find the solution set, what do you think I'm asking you for?
Where they cross.
Yeah, where they cross, right? I'm actually only asking you for the x value of where they cross. So the solution set is, yeah, we'll just use second trace intersection. So it's actually just the x value of the intersection point. Yeah, do you guys know Alphonsus? He goes here.
Who? What?
I taught him
Real name?
last year. Yeah.
What about him?
I wrote a word problem about him. Okay, so if you use second trace 5, enter, 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 you get negative 0.37. So that's your answer. And when they ask you for a solution set, they're looking for it in little squiggles like this. Squiggle brackets.
So weird.
Yeah. I just want you to know what a solution set is. Okay? All right, so I'm going to just show you this one real quick. So the let's apply problem says Alphonsus is running in the woods on a path that matches negative 2 times x minus 5 to the 4th plus 10. And Tyler, it's Tyler Crum actually, is running negative 2x plus 8.
That's cool.
Yeah, I had them both last fall, so I wrote this.
Can I text him now?
No.
No.
He's taking the ACT.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You can still text them though. They probably won't respond.
Yeah. So if I asked you when they're gonna see each other, right? This is Alphonsus running like this, and this is Tyler running like this, right? When are they gonna see each other?
I don't know.
They're gonna see each other how many times?
How he runs on go.
2 times, here and here, right? They're just running on a path. Like think of Alphonsus is running through the woods, right? And Tyler's running on a path like this.
I thought that was
He's
his
running
speed.
straight. They're gonna see each other 2 times, right? Here and here. So if I use second trace intersection, where am I?
I thought that was how fast they were running.
No. Enter, enter, enter. The first time they're going to see each other is at 3.5 minutes, right? So that's right there. And the second time they're going to see each other
26 maybe.
I don't think it's quite 26.
Is it in minutes? Or
It's
hours?
6.7. It's in minutes.
They said 26.
I know.
Yeah, he was just saying the first thing that came into his brain. Yeah. Not anything. Okay, so they see each other at 3.5 and it's 6.7. Okay? 6.7 minutes. All right. So, what questions do you guys have about today? You good?
Our lesson.
That was it. I'm
I feel
done.
like I need to like.
Wow.
Yeah, so you still got about 45 minutes.
Can you move your
Yes. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Wait, where are we going?
I'm saying bye to the video.